So guys, this is to solve an absolute value equation. One thing to know is that if you have absolute value of a, for example, equals to u, so in order for you to solve for a, it's either that a would be positive u or a would be negative u. Because remember that absolute value of -1, for example, will be 1, and absolute value of +1 will still be 1, okay? So that's why the sign of what you have here may be different. If you take the absolute value of it, it will still give you a, okay? So either this or this, when you replace a by that value, it should give you u, okay? So that's the reason why you have to start with this. Absolute value of a equals to u. That means a is u or a is negative u, okay? So this is how I'm gonna start here. I'll put what's between the absolute value sign here, symbol here. I'm gonna put 4w minus 1 over 6 equals to 2w over 3 plus 1 over 4. Okay, this is one thing. Or, and this I'm going to put down here, or 4w minus 1 over 6 equals to negative that. So negative 2w over 3 plus 1/4. Okay? So one with the positive or the other one with the negative. So I'm talking about this. In this case, it's as if I'm using this right here as a. Okay, it's as if I'm using this entire thing as a and this entire thing as u. So that's why I had what I put there. Okay. Okay, so then you keep solving and you solve each one separately. So for the first one here, I have a rational equation now, so I can just multiply both sides by the LCD. In this case here, we have 6, 3, 4. The LCD will be 12, so I can multiply everything by 12, right? So I'm saying all terms by this fractional form here by 12, and this one by 12, and this also by 12, okay? And to do that, doing that, you'll just have to cancel 6. So 6 goes into 12 2 times. So you're gonna have 2 times 4w minus 1 equals to 3 goes into 12 here. Okay, 4 times. So 4 times 2w plus 12. 4 goes into 12 3 times. So 3 times 1. Okay. And you keep going here. Here you distribute, okay? So it's 8w minus 1 minus 2, because that's 2 times 4, 8, 2 times 1, since I'm distributing, minus 2 equals to 4 times 2, 8w plus 3 times 1, 3, okay? And we keep moving. So, and here, if you see here, we can solve, we're trying to solve for the variable w. So I would have to subtract 8w from both sides because I'm moving this over. If you do so, okay, if you subtract 8w from both sides, this will be canceled. This will be canceled. So you'll end up with -2 equals to +3. This is a contradiction, right? It's impossible that -2 would be 3, okay? So this is not true, or you can just say a contradiction. So this is not true. So you know this won't be, you won't have a solution here. There's no value here for x, okay, for w I'm saying. So you move on to the next one. We're done with this part. Move on to the next one. So okay, let's go. We're gonna do the same thing, but just remembering that we had a positive, negative sign here. So it's 4w for now. I'm leaving it this way for now. Divided by 6 equals to, now, negative 2w over 3. It's as if you have a negative 1 here, invisible in negative 1. So times 1/4 will be negative 1/4 now. Okay, all the signs are changed. Now I'm going to do the same thing I did for the previous problem on the left. So I'll just multiply by the LCD again. 12, same thing here, 12 times right here, okay? So now, doing the same thing, 6 goes into 12 2 times, right? So it's 2 4w minus 1, okay? And 3 goes into w 4 times, into 12 4 times. So 4 times negative 2w now, okay? Minus, 4 goes into 12 3 times. So again, 3 times 1. Okay, and we keep moving. Okay, so 2 times 4w, that's 8w. 2 times negative 1, that's negative 2, equals to negative 8w. Okay, 3 times 1, negative 3. Okay, so now here we do the same thing because we're trying to isolate the w. So I'm going to subtract, or add in this case, 8w plus 8w. And I'm also gonna do another thing, moving the negative 2 to the right, because I don't want it here. There's no variable near it. So I just need to add 2 to both sides. Okay, in this case, you add 2. All right, so now we cancel, 8w plus 8w, that's, let me use blue here. That's 16w, okay? And we cancel 2 out, because negative 2 plus 2 is 0, equals to negative 8w plus 8w, that's 0. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. And we divide both sides by 16. Cancel here, so w is negative 1 over 16. And you can check this answer. This is actually the answer you choose. This is the solution. So you say the solution to this equation is negative 1 over 16. Okay? So again, what you do for absolute value equations, you gotta make sure you take one side here, whatever you have between the absolute value symbol. You can call it whatever you want, x, u, whatever, b, whatever. So, but the key is for you to know this rule right here, which is true for absolute value. So you go with this. So if you have the absolute value of a equals to u, what that means is that a is equal to u, or a is equal to negative u. Okay, so that's one or the other. Then you solve each one. So what I did, I put 4w minus 1, 4w minus 1 over 6 equals to positive 2w over 3 plus 1 over 4, or 4w minus 1 over 6 equals to negative 2w over 3 plus 1 over 4. Okay? Then remember what the negative sign would do. Would change every sign you have here inside parentheses. So then you solve each one. Okay? And in this case, again, remember, we got to a statement that wasn't true. So if it's not true, obviously you see there's no W here. You cannot solve for W because it's a contradiction here. Right here, when you solve, you end up with a value for W. You double check yourself, and this is the solution. Okay, so that's all I had. This is how to solve absolute value equations. Thank you.